Hey guys, this is Night Elf Mohawk. I'm Alex here with Tyler, and today we're going to be talking about the June game releases. The first game we have is Lollipop Chainsaw, which comes out on June 12th. It's like a hack and slash game. Tyler, what do you think of Lollipop Chainsaw?
I don't know. The graphics didn't look very impressive first off, but it looked like it could be fun. I mean, it didn't really look like my type, but it's got a lot of hype to it, so could be fun.
Yeah, it should be not too bad. I mean, it's basically, I think the main character is like a cheerleader, and she has a chainsaw. That's why it's called Lollipop Chainsaw, obviously. And she has a guy's head on her waist that talks, so it looks really strange, and she kills
It's like-
zombies and...
Yeah, so it's like anyone who likes like zombie games. I don't know. It could be fun. Yeah.
The second game we're going to be talking about is Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes.
Which is obviously game of the month.
It looks pretty cool. All the Lego games are pretty awesome. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean one, Batman one, Harry Potter, Star Wars. Comes out on June 19th, so I would probably recommend this one.
Yeah, the Lego games are really fun. I've been playing back since like Indiana Jones and Star Wars games. I haven't played any in a while, but yeah, they're really fun. Okay, the next game we got is Spec Ops: The Line. It's a third-person tactical shooter coming out on June 26th. It's a military shooter, and, well, Alex, what do you think of it?
Well, I actually played the demo, and it looks really good. The graphics are really sick. It's a third-person game, obviously, as you said. It takes place in the Middle East, I think Dubai, and it looks pretty good. It doesn't look that different, to be honest. It's just, it's a third-person shooter. If you like that type of game, then you'll probably like it. It's done really well. But
I think this is the first Spec Ops game in like 10 years, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, for anyone who liked that series back in the day, it's like Diablo, the series, the never-ending game in progress.
But yeah, you can download the demo now, and you can check it out if you want. We're going to continue with the superhero theme here. We've got The Amazing Spider-Man. Comes out on June 26th. Tyler?
Well, I mean, I'll say the trailer made it look cool, but I think that might be it, because all I know is these, Spider-Man games in the past have kind of sucked.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see on this one if it's any good. I mean,
the only really superhero game that's ever stood out to me are the Batman ones, the Arkham City and Asylum.
yeah, aside from the Lego games, those are kind of different.
Yeah.
But just games like this, honestly, I don't have that much hope for it, but you never know. Hopefully we'll be surprised.
The last one I can remember I played that was like just Spider-Man and not like Ultimate Alliance or something was Friend or Foe back in like 2007 or something. And yeah, I mean, I had fun with it, but yeah, it wasn't that good. Now we have Steel Battalion Heavy Armor. It's a Capcom game coming out on June 19th. It's a like a tank warfare simulation basically that has Kinect support too. And what do you think, Alex?
Well, really, I'm not looking forward to it, to tell you the truth. Okay, two things. One, it's made by Capcom, who I don't think has really made a good game in like 11 years. And two, it's a motion control game, which should be like an early warning to anybody if they want to buy a game. Is if it's got motion controls on it, chances are, not always, but chances are it's going to be pretty bad. And we looked at some gameplay, and it looks okay, but I mean, it's not.
It's not always true though. Like some of these games, like Mass Effect, just toss in Kinect support just because they can.
Yeah,
it doesn't even necessarily mean that it's like motion support. It could just be using the microphone.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, overall, I didn't like the look of it. I watched trailers and stuff. It looked kind of stupid.
It looks kind of decent, but for $60, it's definitely, I don't think so. Next up is Inversion. It comes out on June 5th, and it's a third-person co-op shooter. And basically, like, I don't know how this happens or how they explain this in the game, but at certain points and stuff, like, the world shifts over, so you'll be, like, walking on a wall and stuff like that. So,
It looks like it's got a lot of potential, but it kind of look with all the gravity switching and stuff, it looks like one of those games that unless they do it perfect, it's going to be too complicated of an idea. Like they'd have to come up with perfect controls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be too complicated, and you're trying to like switch the gravity. If the controls aren't right, it just won't work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they pull it off, I'm sure it'll be good.
So yeah, it looks like it'd be really cool if the company can bring it out. Okay, so next up we have the Resident Evil Chronicles HD Collection. It's coming to the PlayStation Network. It's a remake of Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, which were both games that came out to the Wii. So
to tell you the truth, I'd never heard of these games because I don't really own a Wii. But
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I've never played the games. I have heard of them, but
they must be pretty. Okay, if they're making an HD collection, they must be pretty decent.
yeah,
Or
I'm just wondering what they were like, seeing how they're Wii only games.
someone out there must have liked them enough to make them
Yeah.
into an HD collection. So I mean, if this is your thing, then go.
But so it's not like HD collections of full games though. Like this isn't like Resident Evil 4 when they remade that. Okay, so we already mentioned this last month, so there's really no point in talking about it. But June 1st we're finally seeing the Windows release to Max Payne 3. So yeah, anyone who wants to know what that can watch our last video or watch some other films.
Yeah, and Max Payne's pretty awesome. I plan on buying it very soon. So
And again, we've got another game that just came out, or that's finally coming out to PC after it's been out on console already. Ghost Recon Future Soldier is finally coming out on June 12th. So yeah, anyone who wants to know about that can also check the May releases. Okay, so now we got The Secret World. It's a MMO coming out to the computer on June 19th. So it looks alright, I guess. It's like an action role-playing game online, so I don't know. Alex, what do you think?
there's a lot of games, MMORPGs, that are really similar, and this sort of, I don't think it looks that different from a lot of the other ones. I mean, I think there's better MMOs you can play than this.
Okay, so next up we got the first major expansion pack to Civilization 5. It's Gods and Kings. So Alex, you play a lot of Civilization. What do you think?
Well, it looks pretty good. It adds a lot of like different tech trees and stuff like that, units and stuff. I think you get new civilizations too, which is always a big deal. But remember, it's just an expansion, so you need to have the actual game to play it. So you know. Next up, we have Rayman Origins, which comes out on June 5th for the Nintendo 3DS. It's already been out in every other system for a while now, so it looks alright.
Yeah, so most people should know what this is. A lot of people know what the Rayman games are now. There's been a few, obviously. So yeah, they started coming out in 2011, the Rayman Origins, for like the actual consoles, and then have just come out to the handhelds and stuff like that since.
Yeah, the actual consoles. I'm sorry, 3DS. That does not include you. Our first Vita release of June comes out on the 12th. It's called Gravity Rush. Tyler, what is Gravity Rush?
Well, it's an action role-playing kind of game. It's like we're getting back to the same idea as that Inversion game, pretty much. You can like switch up the gravity and stuff, and move that way.
And it looks like you tilt the Vita to move the gravity around. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like so if you say you're on a wall, you can like flip, or you're on the ground. If you're like on top of a building, you can flip the gravity and land on like the wall of another building. And so while you're falling towards that wall, you like tilt to try to land on the spot you want to. So I mean, it looks, I don't know, it looks again like it could be good if they do it right, or they could it could easily be screwed up, but if they do it right, it could be really cool.
All right, and also on June 12th, we have the Metal Gear Solid HD collection coming to the Vita. It's been out on the Xbox and PS3 for a while now. I think it's pretty amazing. It's my favorite HD collection. I've had it for a long time, well, since it came out. And I would definitely recommend buying it on the Vita if you don't already have it. Alright guys, those are all the games coming out next month in June. Now we're going to talk about our favorite games of May.
Okay, so my favorite game of May is straight up Diablo 3 by a mile. No competition. Ever since it came out, I got it on the day it came out. I have not played another game since. That's all I've played. So yeah, it's a really fun action game. Anyone who likes the hack and slash will love this game. Even people that haven't like played the hack and slash, that's the only hack and slash game I've really got into. So yeah, it's a lot of fun for anybody.
Alright, my pick of May is going to be Max Payne 3. I'm going to be getting it in like the next few days, and it looks amazing. The story looks awesome. The gameplay is crazy. The slow motion stuff. Rockstar's awesome. Max Payne 3 is awesome. Go and buy it right now. Alright guys, that's our June releases. Please like, subscribe, comment. See you next month.